Hey, what is up, guys? I am here to give you my Legends House review. I actually didn't even see what the name of the episode was. Probably should have done that. Let's see though. Um, this is still season 1 though, and this is episode 8. Let me just see what the name of the episode is real quick. This is gonna take a second. I'm doing this off the Xbox One. One thing I hate about the Xbox One is it doesn't automatically sign me in. I have to sign in myself. Alright, so the first, I think it's this one. It doesn't say what episode it is, so. See if it has it here. Doesn't say, it just says Legends House. It doesn't say what episode that is. Thanks a lot. It shows originals. It says Back in Piper's Pit. That's the episode. And it's episode 8, I believe. I think it's episode 8. Let me count. Yep. So this is episode 8. And it's called season 1, episode 8. It's called Back in Piper's Pit. So I really like this episode. Starts out with Roddy Piper came back, and if you don't remember, he was away. He ended up going, I think he said to Florida, and signing some autographs. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan was really happy, because obviously he missed him last week, and Howard Finkel, I think, was the one at the door. And he just talks about how he's happy to be back, because he never thought that he'd miss being gone. That shows the bond that they have in the Legends House. What ends up happening is Ashley comes in, and she talks about this thing called a roast. Now at first I didn't know what a roast was. I was thinking like he was cooking roast. I was like, okay, roast, I think food. But no, it's when you have to make fun of I guess people. How they set it up was there were like people. It was all 8 of them, I think. That's how many there were. All of them were on the stage. Well, there's like a stage, and they have to make fun of each other pretty much. That's pretty much how it is. Roddy Piper, I guess, was like that special guest or something. It was really what he was. I think he got to have like the last laugh, because I guess he was being punished for being absent. So everyone is just making up their own jokes, and professionals from the show, I don't really know remember what their names are. I forget if his name was Adam Dole or something. I don't remember what his name was. And he ended up saying, giving him at some pointers about the legend jokes. And Tony Atlas didn't want to do this because his mother always raised him to treat everyone with respect and never make fun of anybody. But the guy's like, it's okay, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to go all out on people. And they help out Piper. Piper doesn't really feel good about this too, because his bad side will come out, and he doesn't want that to happen. And they do the jokes, and some of them were really funny. Howard Finkel's was really funny. No, actually, his wasn't funny. He even knew why his was funny, is he knew his weren't funny, but he kept saying them, oh, and he would call it when it wasn't gonna be funny. Like, here's another bad joke. So, Jimmy Hart's though was a fail. His was an absolute fail. Tony Atlas ended up being pretty funny, and he wasn't even trying to be mean to the people. And who else ended up being funny? Hillbilly Jim was pretty funny. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, it kind of cut out doing his, but his was funny. Just look up the jokes. I'm not gonna like tell you them. And Piper's was really funny, and everybody was happy. And then they all went home, and Roddy Piper ended up saying um, that he was he was happy that nobody took a cheap shot because he because that was the perfect opportunity to take like a cheap shot to say how you really felt, but you didn't do it. You just kept it, do it, and that shows the relationship that we have. Because they only have, I guess, a few more days left in the Legends house yet, which means it's ending soon. And during dinner, they're eating dinner. Pat Patterson says he doesn't want to be this wrestling character anymore. He doesn't want to be this character. Pat Patterson's him is just nothing but a wrestling character. And everybody agrees pretty much. They say that they act like they're wrestling themselves when they say little things, and then they get pissed off about it. So they completely agree with them. They mentioned how Howard Finkel was in like the Kinside limousine seat. He wasn't supposed to be there. And when the policeman came and he had said thank you, he says you're not supposed to do that. And he says, I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that. Pat Patterson was really emotional though, because he knows his enjoyment, his days are numbered. His days are becoming gone. That they should stop being truthful to each other because this is like a family now. And Tony Atlas talks about the same thing. And this was very emotional. The last 10 minutes of the episode was very emotional. And Jimmy Hart and Tony Atlas were out there, and he says that he got a call once and said that his daughter died. I don't remember what her name was. And he says that was very hard because it's very hard to have to deal with one of your loved ones dying. It's whether it's a mother, a father, or a child. That's like the hardest thing you ever have to go through. And they've always kept that inside. And he says he had a son in Afghanistan at the time, but he's happy he's back home now. And Tony Atlas felt bad for him, and he had him let it out. Always told him that it's the smallest men that are the strongest, and it was very sad. That pretty much was the end of the episode. It was kind of like a short summary. It's pretty much all that happened. And this was actually a pretty emotional episode towards the end. I didn't really like the beginning, but I liked the end. And this was very emotional. I thought it really was. Something that I liked about this episode was the emotional at the end. Now next week is probably going to be the last episode of this show, because it's the season finale, and I think next week is the last episode. So next week will be the last episode of the Legends House. I don't know if they're going to make another season. I think they should. I'm really enjoying this show. And what I like about this show is it's not too much based on drama. They try to have a good time. Next week it looks like it's going to be a sad show. So yeah, but that was my little review. And that's pretty much it, guys. All I have to say is peace out. I'm going to make another video in a second, so I'm not really going to tell you the stuff on the below. So all I have to say is peace out.